Related murders. Let's go back to our colleague Sipepile Kunene. A very good morning to you, Sipepile. What is happening today? What's the latest?
Morning to you too, Desiree. What's happening today? We're expecting the arguments and the trial of Themba Tubane to begin, who is the second accused in the case whereby a 14-year-old girl was killed, Kapsile. She was killed here. She lived with albinism. The trial started yesterday with 4 of the suspects appearing in court. The 3 pleaded not guilty. This one, Themba Tubane, pleaded guilty, and he pleaded guilty to all charges that he was facing, which were 7 charges. They included conspiracy to commit murder, breaking in with intent to commit murder, as well as the murder of the 2 children. Among the 7 charges that he was facing, he pleaded guilty, and he pleaded with the state to give him a lighter sentence, not to be so harsh on him because he is showing remorse.
Just give us a sense of the public interest in this story in Mpumalanga.
This situation got the whole province into a shock state because just after this incident took place, another guy who had albinism was dug out from his grave after he had died for the same thing of using his parts for multi-purposes, just like they did to Kapsile Shabane. They cut her and they took parts of her body for multi-purposes. So the province is in a shock state, but the government in the province is working towards getting people to understand that people with albinism are also human beings. They need to be treated like everyone else. It's only a skin condition that they have. They cannot make anybody's business better. Killing them doesn't bring anybody luck. So these suspects here were arrested, and one of them, we understand, is a traditional healer. He is the one who advised them to get someone with albinism so that they can use her parts or his parts for their businesses to flourish. So the feeling here is not so good. People are not happy with the situation on the ground. The family is still under the cloud that we need closure. We need the law to take its course. We need these people that did this to be accountable. Hence, the whole family is here today to listen and hear what kind of sentencing Themba will get out of this.
We have covered several stories in that province in relation to the perception that body parts bring luck, they bring success in business. What kind of conversations are being held in communities about dispelling this myth?
Look, Mpumalanga is a rural province. Being a rural province, they have some people are strongly rooted in beliefs of using motor, whereas others don't subscribe to that. For instance, these kids that were killed at Gamasoi just a few months ago, some of them, it's said, some of the parts were taken. When they got to the house of the Inyanga, they got body parts of people in that house. It means that a greater number of people still believe that human parts can bring luck, human parts can be used for multi-purposes, human parts can be used for any other thing. Though I wouldn't say traditionally so, because part of the traditional healers are not for this. We spoke to some yesterday and they said, no, this is not it. Traditional healers use wild animals. They use wild plants. They don't use body parts from human beings to heal. That is pure witchcraft, which is not lawful, which is not supposed to be done in a country that is so old in terms of democratic dispensation where people practice whatever they want to practice freely. So whether you want to be a traditionalist, whether you want to live in the modern times, you can do that. But in the province as a whole, it being rural makes it prone to the kind of people that would believe in Moti, that would believe that maybe for my business to succeed, I need to get Moti into it. Yesterday outside court, there were NGOs, there were organizations formed around protecting people with albinism. There were people who are practicing traditional healing. There were also political parties. They are saying, no, this is enough. We shouldn't be killing each other. We shouldn't be killing people just because we want to do well in business. Business needs your mind application. It needs you to apply things that will make your business better instead of going to traditional healers who are not so much into traditional healing but into witchcraft, who would go as far as killing people. So my observation is that on the ground, we have different types of people. There are these people who believe in this, and there are others that are saying, no, this is not it.
So when can we find out what the outcomes will be like, by what point of the day?
We are not sure exactly at what point or at what time of the day the judge will hand down the sentence, because first it will be arguments and then the sentencing will be done. It looks like it's going to be an easy process now, because the suspect wrote down a statement to say, yes, I am pleading guilty to all the charges that I'm facing. I just need leniency from the state, leniency in terms of the sentencing that the suspect will be given. So right now we are playing it by ear. We'll hear what the court says. I cannot really stipulate the time.
Thank you so much for that update, Pepile Kunene, coming to us from Mpumalanga. Let's now